In the world of value, truth hides behind great ideas. Walk into the pin factory. Count the stations. Watch the rhythm. Drawing the wire, straightening it, cutting, pointing, grinding, whitening, packing. 10 men, 10 tasks, tens of thousands of pins a day. Productivity has leapt beyond imagination. The division of labor is the engine of modern wealth. It is also a test of the human spirit. Adam Smith admired the miracle. Specialization allows skill to deepen. Time is saved. Tools improve. As each worker focuses on a narrow step, the whole becomes faster, cheaper, more reliable. Nations rise when tasks are divided wisely. But Smith also issued a warning rare among admirers of progress. The same process that enriches the commonwealth can impoverish the worker's mind. He naturally loses the habit of such exertion, he wrote, when life is reduced to a few simple operations. Repetition builds output and can erode dignity. The question is not whether to specialize. The question is how to remain human while doing so. 3 answers emerge from Smith's vision. First, education. A commercial society must not be satisfied with technical skill alone. It must cultivate judgment, history, and virtue, the arts that prevent narrow work from producing narrow lives. The mind needs breadth even when the hand needs focus. Second, mobility. If specialization is a ladder, workers must be free to climb it. Guilds that lock tasks, regulations that freeze roles, and monopolies that buy privilege with influence turn the ladder into a cage. When law serves incumbents instead of learners, the division of labor divides people from their potential. Third, dignity. Wages pay bills, but esteem pays attention. A society that honors only financiers will neglect the craftsman, the coder, the nurse. Prices reward contribution. Honor rewards character. Both matter. Consider the entrepreneur at the edge of town who retools a mill, teaches new methods, and opens paths for apprentices to become masters. His profit is the measure of the value he created, but his legacy is the human beings he enlarged. The division of labor can become a workshop of growth when accompanied by pathways, not walls. Now consider the tenement where workers are locked into one motion, one station, one fate, where training stalls, advancement depends on favors, and safety is an afterthought. Here, specialization degenerates into a trap. The invisible hand cannot correct what the visible law protects: privilege without performance. Smith's institutional answer is modest and powerful. Remove legal barriers to entry, enforce contracts fairly, and fund rudimentary education so citizens can read, count, and reason. Let civil society, churches, clubs, mutual aid societies weave the social fabric that firms alone cannot supply. Freedom makes room. Community gives meaning. What if the claim that machines will replace men?
Smith's reply, born before the age of steam yet aimed at our century, is that tools amplify purpose. When purpose shrinks, amplification terrifies. When purpose grows, amplification liberates. The choice is cultural before it is technological. In the factory, watch for 2 kinds of silence. One is the quiet of concentration, minds engaged, hands steady, production flowing. The other is the hush of resignation, eyes dulled by monotony, hours counted, lives deferred. Both silences produce goods. Only one produces growth in the soul. We cannot program dignity, but we can design for it. Apprenticeships, open credentials, ladders of mastery, curricula that teach not merely how to do, but why to do, and for whom. These are not luxuries, they are the institutions that keep wealth from becoming a narrow tunnel. Smith's balance is firm. He does not call for command, he calls for culture. He urges the rich to remember that their ease rests on the patience of many, and he urges the many to remember that improvement is possible in a society where experiment is allowed. Envy poisons both. Education nourishes both. The division of labor can estrange us from the whole, so we must tell the larger story.
where the parts fit, how the product helps, why the effort matters. Purpose is the antidote to alienation. When workers see the arc from task to service, repetition becomes craftsmanship. And if we fail, then wealth accumulates while wisdom recedes. We will become experts at means and amateurs at ends. The economy will grow like a vine without a trellis, fast, then fragile. But if we succeed, if we pair specialization with education, mobility, and dignity, the factory becomes a school of freedom. People learn to rely on each other through excellence. Pride replaces resentment. Honor joins profit. This is Masters of Value, where minds built the price of freedom. Next time, we test the frontier between liberty and law. What must the state do and what must it refuse to do if free markets are to remain worthy of trust?